Imagine waking up on Monday morning. You grab your backpack, run outside, and wait for your school bus. You hear an engine coming, but instead of a giant yellow bus, a Rolls-Royce slowly turns the corner. Polished luxury body, hand-built interior, the famous spirit of ecstasy sitting proudly on the hood. And somehow, this is your school bus. But why would anyone spend hundreds of thousands of dollars to turn a Rolls-Royce into a school bus? And more importantly, what would actually happen if a Rolls-Royce became a school bus? Let's find out. The first morning would be absolute chaos. Kids would be standing outside with their backpacks, expecting the usual yellow bus. Then they see the Rolls-Royce. One kid would probably think it's someone's private car. Another would immediately start recording. And one kid would probably say, "Bro, that's our bus." The driver opens the door. Everyone gets inside. And immediately, there's a problem. A normal school bus can carry dozens of students. A Rolls-Royce? Not even close. So instead of one bus carrying an entire school route, you might need multiple Rolls-Royces just to pick everyone up. And suddenly, the school district has a very expensive transportation problem. Now imagine the actual ride. Instead of hard plastic seats, you get premium leather. Instead of a loud, rattling cabin, everything is extremely quiet. Instead of hearing the engine screaming, you barely hear anything. One student is sitting there doing homework. Another is looking out the window. And another is probably thinking, why does my school bus have better seats than my house? The ride would be incredibly comfortable, but there would be one major problem. Kids are kids. Someone is eventually going to spill a drink. Someone is going to drop chips between the seats. And someone will probably put their muddy shoes on the expensive interior. That's when the bus driver realizes this was a terrible idea. Here's where things get crazy. A normal school bus is expensive enough, but a Rolls-Royce operates in a completely different universe. You're not just paying for transportation, you're paying for luxury materials, craftsmanship, technology, maintenance, and the badge. Now imagine a school district buying an entire fleet. 10 Rolls-Royces, 20, 50. The transportation budget would disappear faster than students at the end of the school day. And then there's fuel, maintenance, tires, insurance, repairs. Suddenly, the school district might realize something. A yellow bus wasn't actually such a bad idea. Imagine the principal arriving at school. They see 5 Rolls-Royces parked outside. They walk over and ask, "What's happening?" The driver says, "School transportation upgrade." The principal looks at the cars, looks at the budget, looks back at the cars, and probably starts questioning every decision they've ever made. But there's another problem. Where do you park them? A normal school has a giant parking area designed for buses. A Rolls-Royce fleet would need secure parking, security cameras, maintenance facilities, and probably a very nervous security guard. But there's one thing that would happen almost immediately. The school would go viral. Students would post videos. Your school bus costs more than your house. The videos would explode. People would comment, "No way, that's real. What school is this? My school bus doesn't even have AC." And suddenly, the school becomes famous. People from other cities start talking about it. News channels start asking questions. And parents start wondering, wait, who's paying for this? Because let's be honest, if your school suddenly has a fleet of luxury cars, someone is going to ask where the money came from. And let's not forget the driver. Driving a normal school bus is already a huge responsibility. Now imagine driving a Rolls-Royce filled with 20 noisy kids. You'd have to be extremely careful. One sudden stop, and someone's backpack flies across the cabin. One sharp turn, and someone's lunch ends up on the floor. And the driver would probably have one rule above everything else. Nobody touches anything. But kids would immediately start asking, how fast does it go? Can we use the fancy buttons? Can you open the roof? Can we race the other school bus? And the driver would probably respond, absolutely not. Now imagine the school parking lot. 20 normal yellow buses, and 1 Rolls-Royce. Which one do you think everyone would want to ride? Exactly. The Rolls-Royce would become the most popular bus in the entire school. Students would start fighting over seats. Everyone would suddenly want to live on that route. Parents might even start asking, can my child switch buses? But eventually, the school would discover the biggest problem of all. A Rolls-Royce is designed for luxury transportation. A school bus is designed to move a lot of people safely and efficiently. Those are two completely different jobs. Could you technically build a Rolls-Royce school bus? With enough money? Probably. But would it make sense? Not really. A school bus needs capacity, durability, safety features, easy maintenance, and reasonable operating costs. A Rolls-Royce focuses on something completely different: luxury, comfort, craftsmanship, prestige. So turning one into a school bus would be like taking a private jet and using it to deliver pizza. Possible? Sure. Practical? Absolutely not. But let's imagine something even crazier. What if a billionaire decided, I want every student in my city to have the most luxurious school transportation on Earth? Suddenly, every school bus becomes a luxury vehicle. Students arrive at school looking like celebrities. The morning commute becomes the highlight of the day, and the internet goes insane. People would travel just to see these buses. The school district becomes famous. And the strangest part, students might actually start getting excited about going to school. Because instead of saying, I missed the bus, they'd be saying, I missed the Rolls-Royce. What would happen if a Rolls-Royce became a school bus? It would be insanely comfortable. It would become an instant internet sensation. It would probably make students the envy of every school in the country. But financially, it would be an absolute nightmare. Because sometimes, the most luxurious solution isn't the smartest one. But now, want to know what you think. Would you actually ride a Rolls-Royce school bus every morning? Or would you rather keep the classic yellow bus? Comment your answer below. And if you want to see another completely ridiculous what if scenario, subscribe because the next one might be even crazier.